Welcome back to Python programming series. This is the part 4 video from module 3. Before starting, if you are new to explore electronics, then subscribe to it for more VTU syllabus explanations. Let us start with the topics covered in this video. This is the part 4 video from module 3. In this video, reading the whole file at once, working with the binary files, directories, fetching something from the web. These are all the topics covered in this part 4 video from module 3. Let us start with the reading the whole file at once. Here you can read a whole text file at once by loading all its content into one string. Clear? After that, you can use string methods like split method to process the text, and this is useful when you don't care about the lines. How many lines, irrespective of the lines, you can easily read the whole file at once by using split method also. For example, with open sumfile.txt as f, content is equal to f.read. I am taking the file to read. Words is equal to content.split. I am splitting the words here by using split method. Print, these are words in the file. Dot, format length and words. Here I am using the length function also to count the length of the words. Clear? Here R mode is not needed because Python reads by default. I didn't use R mode here because it will read by default. If the file is not in the same folder, you must give the full path. If the file is not saved in the same folder, you have to specify the path here. After that, Windows, for example, in Windows, you have to take C drive and temp sumfile.txt. This is the path that you have to specify. In Unix, you have to specify home, Jimmy, sumfile.txt. And the next concept is directories. Here directory is nothing but the folder that holds the files and other folders as well. Clear? It is nothing but a folder and it will hold the other files and the other folds as well. After that, a file system organizes these on storage devices. When we create or read a file, Python look in the current directory only. And to open the file somewhere else, we must give its full path. It will check in the current directory. After that, it is not there in the current directory. We have to give the full path. We have to specify the full path. For example, open user share directory words. Why? I am opening this to read the file. Clear? R means read the file. This file is inside the directory. Inside that, again share. After that, user under the top level directory. Clear? Here, the program reads all lines with the read lines and prints the first few. This is how the path looks on Windows. C tempwords.txt and C tempwords.txt. If you observe the slashes here, it is slash and backslash. Here the backslashes must be double because one backslash is used for escape sequence. And both strings have the same length. And we cannot use the slash or backslash inside the file name because they are delimiters between the folders. Clear? And it is better to let Python handles the path. For example, os.path join directory and file name. By giving this, it will automatically give the directory or file name on Unix and the directory file name on Windows also. This avoids the errors and works across the system. If I specify the wrong path name, it doesn't open the file. That's why it's better to give the os path join directory and the file name. It will automatically give the directory file name on the Unix side. Here it is for the Windows. This file user share directory words. This usually exists on Unix system and contains a list of words in a alphabetical order. This is completely about directories. Clear? And the next topic is working with binary files. Binary files to store the data in bytes, that is images, audios, videos and PDF. Use RB mode to read binary and WB mode to write binary files. Clear? Always use with to open files so they can close automatically. We have to use with to open files and it will close automatically after usage of that file. Clear? I have explained this with in the previous videos also, you can check it out. And use read function to get bytes and write function to save the bytes. For example, reading a binary file. Oh, with I have used it with here, it will after opening that file it will automatically close the file after the usage of that. With open image.jpg RB, this is for read binary as file, and data is equal to f.read function to get the bytes, and print data till 10 I am taking by using slicing. It will print first 10 bytes. Clear? I am using read to get the bytes. I am using slice here to print the first 10 bytes of that image. Clear? If one more example we have writing a binary file, that is with open, I am using again with here to close it automatically after the usage of that file. With open copy.jpg WB, which means write binary as f.write data. Here it will write the bytes to a new file. Clear? And binary files preserves the exact original data as it is, and it is useful for copying images, audios, videos and which is non-text files. And this is completely about the binary files. And the next topic is fetching the data from web. How exactly we fetch the data from web? In Python, can download or read the content from the web using libraries like URL library or some requests. Clear? Using URL library, how exactly we can download it and read the content? Let us see. Import URL library dot request. Let's see how exactly it works. Provide the URL and a local file name. Use URL library dot request dot URL retrieve the URL and the file name to download and save the file. This is the format that you have to use to download and save that file. For example, import URL library dot request. After that URL, I have to provide that URL link here, and destination file name I have to provide that also, and URL library dot request dot URL retrieve and the URL and destination file name. This is the format. And using request for more powerful and easier way. Install request, you have to install pip install request if not already installed. It is not already installed in your PC, you have to install this. After that, import the request, that is provide the URL and the request to get the URL and fetch the content. For example, read the whole content as string. Import requests URL is equal to, you have to provide the specific URL of the content, and response is equal to requests dot get URL, and print, it will print the response dot txt. Whatever the content you want to fetch exactly, it will print in the text format. One more example, read line by line. Import requests the URL, the specific URL of the content. Response is equal to requests dot get URL, the same way as before. Here I'm using for line in response because it has to read line by line. That's why I'm using this line. For line in response, print line. Here the response object contains all server information and allows flexible access to content. which means the response object. Here I am using response object which contains this all server information, and it will allow flexible access of that specific content, which means I can easily access that specific content. Clear? This is all about the fetching data from the web. Here completes the part 4 video from module 3. The topics covered are reading the whole file at once, working with binary files, directories, and fetching something from the web. If you found this video helpful, then subscribe to Explore Electronics